Very good evening, children. This is welcome to Akshara Online classes. This is Gaffar sir, your physics faculty. Let's start our session. So in the last class we completed about motion under the gravity. Free fall we completed. Now today we'll explain about vertically projected body. So this vertically projected body, motion under the freely falling body belongs to motion under the gravity, isn't it? So before starting the vertically projected body, I'll give one problem for freely falling. So will you do? Yeah. So this is a object. This is an object falling freely some certain height h. Falling freely some certain height h. But when it is reaching the ground, when it is about to reach the ground, its velocity is 20 meter per second. When it is about to reach the ground, how much is the velocity of the object? The velocity of the object is 20 meter per second. So my question is here, first question is, from which height it is falling freely? From what height? From what height? From what height the object falling freely? This is my first question. Can you tell me the answer? From what height it is falling freely? So this is an object falling freely. When it is about to reach the ground, its velocity is become 20 meter per second. My question is here, from what height the object is falling freely? Is my voice audible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Understood the question? Have you understood the question? Yeah. When it is understood the question, tell me what is the answer. Here, to know the answer, we have to apply equations of motion for freely falling body. Already I have given equations of motion for freely falling body. Can you tell me what is the first equation of motion? V is equal to
U plus 80.
GT. For freely falling body, it is become what? GT. Understand?
Yes, sir.
Why it is become GT? You know, V is equal to U plus 80. In that,
It's equal to 0. Yes.
when it is falling freely, initial velocity is 0 for the object, and it is having acceleration due to gravity. If I apply these two things, this equation is converted as V is equal to U plus, V is equal to G. This is the way we will have the equation conversion. Similar way, how the second equation will be changed? Yeah, tell me, girl. Can you speak little louder? I am unable to understand. Can you speak little louder?
Can you recall what you had said in other classes?
Yeah, I surely recall. So that is what I am doing now. So I'm telling that freely falling body situation. In that freely falling body, the equations of motion. You know equations of motion. How many equations of motion we have? So first one is V is equal to U plus 80. Second one is S is equal to ut plus half at square. Third one is V square minus U square equal to 2as. And the fourth one is S is equal to U plus a by 2, 2n minus 1. This is the way we have 4 equations. Am I right? In that 4 equations, for the free fall, how this equation will change? When these equations change for free fall, in what manner? The first equation is changed like V is equal to GT, but this V is acting which direction? Downward or upward? This, so we'll put minus sign. To say the G is acting downward direction, we need to keep negative sign. Similar way, how this second equation of motion going to change? S is equal to ut plus half at square. Here S means displacement. Here in this formula, S means displacement. But here the displacement is nothing but height covered by the object. Am I right? Since that height I can write h is equal to, what is the ut value become? Ut becomes 0 half g t square. This is the way the second equation of motion will change. Okay, thus that s is equal to ut plus half at square is changed for free fall as h is equal to half gt square. Similar way, how the third equation of motion will change? Tell me how third equation of motion will change. What is third equation? V square minus u square equal to 2as. In that, v square is nothing but final velocity minus u is initial velocity, that is 0 square. So that 2 acceleration is g into displacement is nothing but height. So this is the way the third equation of motion is changed. Similar way, what is the fourth equation? The fourth equation is height traveled in nth second. Height traveled in nth second is equal to initial velocity is 0, but acceleration is acceleration due to gravity, that is g by 2, 2n minus 1. This is how the equation will change. Got my point? This is how the equation will change. Now among the 4 equations, which equation is helping you? Which equation will help you to know this height value? Which equation is helping you to? What is the second one?
H is equal to half g square.
In that h is equal to half gt square, you know acceleration due to gravity very well. Okay, but do you know time? Do you know time to cover this height? Yes, tell me. No, which means this is not helping you to know the answer. Now tell me, is the first equation is helping you? Is the first equation helping you? The first equation also not helping you, because this is also time related equation. So observe the third equation. Third equation is equal to v square is equal to 2gh. So v is a final velocity, h is a height traveled. Since this formula is helping you to know the answer. Am I right? So apply that formula. So initial velocity is 0, final velocity is v square you can take. If I take final velocity, how much the final velocity is the object having about to reach the ground? 20. So 20 square is equal to 2 into, what is the g value on the earth? 10 or 9.8. I'm taking 10 here. So height. So finally, here how many 20s we have? 2 20s, here 120. This 20 and this 20 will get cancelled. Then height is equal to 20 meters. So which means that this object is falling freely from what height? The object is 20 meters height. Now one more question belongs to with the same data. How much time it will take to cover this 20 meters height? Understand my question? What is the time taken for cover this 20 meters height? Time to cover 20 meters height. Time to cover 20 meters height. Can you tell me? This is the fourth equation. Sn is fourth equation for freely falling body. This is the fourth equation for freely falling.
HM is equal to?
Which one is helping you to find the formula, find the answer? Yeah, you can use this first equation of motion, even the second equation of motion. Am I right? If I use first equation of motion, I want time. Time is equal to v by g. How much is the final velocity the object having? 20 meter per second. How much is the g value? 10. Time is equal to how many seconds? 2 seconds time. Yes, something you are telling, Chandana?
Little bit big, sir.
Yeah, I'll write big. So this is a time is equal to V by G. Okay? So even you can find the answer by using the second equation. How do you use the second equation? How much distance it is covering? How much height it is covering? How much height it is covering? The 20 meters. 20 meters is equal to half G value is 10 into T square. So finally 2 ones are 2 fives are 5 ones are 5 fours are. So T square value is 4, T value is 2 seconds, because root 2 4, that is 2 seconds. This is the way we can find by using two equations of motion. Understand?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now the same thing. This is for free fall. Next the same thing we'll apply for vertically projected body. Can I go for vertically projected body? Yeah. So better keep a heading, vertically projected body. Vertically projected body. Vertically projected body. So this is the situation. Just now we completed about freely falling. Now we are doing vertically projected body. Take an example. So take an object. So this is an object. This is a. So let us take this is a ground. From the ground I am projecting the object. To project we have to give some initial velocity. Since I am giving some initial velocity u, when I am giving the initial velocity, what is the acceleration of the object? This is happening under the gravity. This total thing happened under the gravity. Since it has what type of acceleration? Acceleration due to gravity. It has acceleration how much? Acceleration due to gravity. This acceleration always act downward direction. Okay? So this is the data we have given. Now, how do you apply the equations of motion for this vertically projected body? What are the equations of motion we have? Just now I discussed. Tell me equations of motion for constant acceleration.
V is equal to U plus AT, S
Very
is equal to U plus half AT square.
S is equal to
S is
UT
equal to UT
plus half. No, I'm writing initially the equations of motion. Later I'll convert for this situation. Okay now, v square minus u square equal to 2as, and distance traveled in second is equal to u plus a by 2 2n minus 1. So these are the four equations. These four equations, how they will convert for this vertically projected body. So the first equation is v is equal to, v means velocity after some time. So velocity after some time is equal to u plus g. Here acceleration is what acceleration the body having? The acceleration due to gravity, and t square. T. But here the thing is, this g is acting which direction?
Downwards.
Since we have to keep what sign? Negative sign. So it will convert into what form? V is equal to u minus gt. So this is the first equation of motion for vertically projected body. Am I right? Isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Next, this is the first equation of motion for vertically projected. Same way, how second equation of motion will change? So when we are throwing with some velocity, it is covering height or it is covering distance? Which one it is covering? Is it height or distance?
Height.
It is covering. Since I can write the distance as height, height is equal to, tell me, height is equal to ut, because it is flowing with some velocity u, so ut plus half g t square. But the thing is, this g is negative kada, so this positive sign will change into what? Negative sign.
Negative.
Understand? So this is the way the second equation of motion will change, isn't it? Similar way, tell me the third equation of motion. Similar way, the third equation of motion. How this third equation of motion will change? So v square minus u square equal to 2. What is a here? What is a?
G, sir.
G. What is s here? What is h? Okay. V square minus u square is equal to 2gh. Okay. This is the way the second equation, third equation of motion will change. Finally, the final fourth equation. So here distance traveled in nth second. Sn means distance traveled in nth second. But here distance become height. Height traveled in nth second is equal to u minus g by 2 2n minus 1. So this is what the equation will change for vertically projected body. This is the way the four equations will change for vertically projected body. So in this first equation, v means velocity of the object after time t. So in this u means initial velocity of the object, g is the acceleration due to gravity. Similar way, here h is nothing but height covered by the projected body after time t. Okay, height covered by the projected body after time t, and this g is called what? Acceleration due to gravity. Similar way, this third equation, v is a velocity of the body after covering height, h height. U is the initial velocity and h is the g is the acceleration due to gravity. Similar way, this hn is nothing but height traveled in nth second is equal to u initial velocity minus g acceleration due to gravity. Here n is nothing but nth second. Here n is representing nth second. So this is the terms for what? Vertically projected body. Okay. Let's do one problem based on this vertically projected body. Can I give? Yeah. Example question. The very first question is, so this is a, let me take this is a ground. From the ground I am projecting a object. From the ground I am projecting a object with a velocity 10 meter per second. How much velocity I have thrown the object? 10 meter per second. Now my first question is, what is the height raised by the body? What is the maximum height? H max. Maximum height raised by the body. What is the maximum height raised by the body? To find that, I will derive one equation. By using this equation of motion, I will derive one equation. What is the equation we will derive? That is for maximum height. When we projected object upward direction, we will derive one equation. So that the equation is nothing but I will derive now. So when you throw with some velocity, it will move forward direction. backward, upward direction. Up to what extent the object move upward direction? Up to what extent the object will move upward direction? The object move upward direction until its velocity becomes 0. Until its velocity becomes 0, up to that height the object will travel, which means somewhere over here it reached at this position, its velocity become how much? 0. That velocity you can take final velocity of the object is 0. At the position the object covered how much height? Maximum height, that is called h max. Now what is the h max value? So among these four equations, which equation is helping you to find this h max value?
First one, sir.
Yeah, first one, look at here, in this first one, to find that h max value, is it having any height terms in the first equation?
Second one, sir.
Yeah, second one. In the second one, do we have any, we have to tell the answer by knowing the, you have to tell the answer by known values. What are the known values here? You know initial velocity, you know final velocity. Understand? You don't know time taken for covering this h max, maximum height. But this is the formula is relating to what? Time. But you don't know the time. Yeah, very good. This third one is helping you to find the h max. In this third one, you can take this v as a final velocity. When it is reaching the maximum height, what is the final velocity of the object? 0. So 0 square is minus, what is the initial velocity? Let me take at a u square. Yeah, in this case it's 10, but I am deriving the formula. So you can take as it is u square. Next, what is the g value here? G is as it is, you can take. But this g is acting which direction? Negative or positive direction? Negative. Downward, so you can take negative. This height become what height? Maximum height or something else? Yeah, it is become maximum height. When it is a maximum height, minus u square is equal to minus 2g h max. So minus will get cancelled. Tell me what is the formula for h max? H max is equal to u square by 2g. So this is the formula for finding the h max. Now by using this formula, tell me what is the maximum height raised by the body? What is 5 units I want?
5 meter.
Very good. Let us see. H max is equal to initial velocity is 10, so it become 100. 2 into, I am taking 10, and 10 gets cancelled, 2 ones are 2 5s are. So maximum height raised by the body is 5 meters. It is covering. So this total distance is how much? 5 meters. Understand? Got my point? But at the same time, I have one more question. How much time it will take to reach the maximum height? How much height it will take to reach the maximum height? That is actually called time of ascent. So understand what is mean by time of ascent? The time taken to reach the maximum height. Better write down time of ascent. Time of ascent. TA. What is mean by time of ascent? Better write down in your words. The time taken to reach the maximum height. The time taken to reach the maximum height is said to be time of ascent. Then how do you find that answer? How do you derive the formula? First I'll derive the formula. Later we derive the later we'll find how much is the time taken. So among the all equations, which equation is helping you to find the time of ascent? How many equations we have? For among the four equations, which equation is helping you to find the time of ascent? Formula. To derive the formula, which is equation is helping you? First or second or third or fourth? Which one it is? So obviously, which is related to time, that formula is helping you. But among the all, which one are related to time? First one and second one. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
But among the two, which one is correct equation to derive the time of ascent? That is belongs to know that we have to see the known quantities. What are the known quantities in this equation? The known quantities are, initially we know initial velocity and final velocity. So these two things you know. Since these two things belongs to which equation? These two things belongs to the first equation. Since by using the first equation, V is equal to U minus GT, that V value when it is reaching the maximum height, how much is the V value?
0.
0 is equal to initial velocity we are throwing with some velocity, so that is initial minus G, it is become T. So from here, minus U is equal to minus GTA. Minus minus will get cancelled. The final thing is TA is equal to U by G. So this is the formula for what? Time of ascent. Isn't it? What is the formula for time of ascent? U by G. By using this, can you find a time of ascent for this situation?
Sir, time of ascent once can you repeat?
Yeah, I am using time of ascent means time taken for reaching the maximum height for the vertical projected body.
1 second, sir.
Time taken for reaching the maximum height for vertically projected body.
1 second, sir.
Once you are telling about answer. Yeah. Maybe let me calculate. TA is equal to what is the initial velocity? We are projecting 10. What is the acceleration due to gravity?
10.
10 by 10, it's become 1. Since 1 second it will take to reach the maximum height, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So this is time of flight. So this is the time of flight formula. This is the maximum height formula. But sometimes if they not mentioned this V, instead of that, if they mentioned maximum height, how do you find time of flight? They did not mention the final velocity, but they only given what? Maximum height. By using this maximum height, how you will find time of flight? Time of ascent. Which equation of motion is helping you here? Obviously, this equation of motion will help you to find the answer. Okay, na?
Sir, then time also should be given answer.
Yeah, time did not given. Without giving the time, if they ask the time value by giving the H max, then how you will find the answer? By using the second equation of motion, we can find the answer. Okay, that is one of the hint for you. Is it clear? Understand? Now I have one more question. As it is reaching to the maximum height, its velocity become how much? 0. But is it move further? Is the object move further? After become velocity 0, is the object move further?
No.
No. In which direction it will move?
Come down.
It will move downward direction. When it is move downward direction, how much velocity the object will gain when it is reaching to the about to reach the ground? How much velocity it will gain the velocity when reaching the ground? Again 10 only. That is means how much initial velocity we have given upward direction. When it is reaching to the ground, it will have the same velocity. Understand? Means projected velocity when it is about to reach the velocity, both are same. It is a very important point. And same way, as it is moving upward direction, how much time taken? That is called time of ascent. At the same time, when it is coming to the ground, how much time it will take? When reaching to the object to the maximum height, it will take time of ascent time. Yes or no? At the same time, when it is reaching to the ground, how much time it will take? Same as like time of ascent, right? How much time taken for moving upward direction? The same time it will take to coming downward direction. Actually, the time taken to come downward direction, time taken to reach the ground, that time is called time of descent. So time of descent. Better write down. Time of that is represented with TD. So then what is the formula for even time of descent? Time of descent also, how much is the formula? That is U by G only. Why it is same? Because time taken to cover max height, time taken to coming downward direction, both will be the same time, since the time of ascent, time of descent, both are same. But here one more question. The total time taken for moving upward direction, coming downward direction is also called time of flight. So, what is time of flight? The time of the object in the space. The time for the object in the space is called time of flight, because when you throw object upward direction, it is in the space, and when it is coming to the object down, it is also in the space. Simply, time of flight is nothing but the time present of the object in the space is nothing but time of flight. Then what is this time of flight? Time of flight is nothing but time of ascent plus time of descent completely. So which is equal to, can you tell me, which is equal to U by G plus U by G, finally what? 2U by G. So the time of flight generally represented with a capital letter, capital T, so that is 2U by G. So these are the formulas are very important. One formula, this formula are very important. This is for what? This is for what? This is very good. This is the derived all the situations for vertically projected one. Okay, note down these all the things.
So vertically projected body means you took down answer. It may be up also answer.
Up means yeah, your answer is valid. Your question is valid. Tell me once again, repeat it. Yeah, repeat the question once.
So vertically means it comes under up and down answer.
Yeah. Yeah, look at here. When you throw the object, it is moving to maximum height and it will come to downward direction. Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes.
So these equations valid for this also. Coming up, moving down. Okay, moving up, coming down. For both cases, this equation is valid.
Ones are also same answer.
Same. Understand? Yeah, it is a good point actually.
Okay.
The symbols are same because we are starting with the initial velocity together. Okay? When it is moving, when the object is moving upward direction, coming downward direction, the acceleration always act which direction? Downward only. When the object is moving upward direction, even though object coming downward direction, the acceleration due to gravity always act downward direction. But when you are throwing the object upward, its velocity is acting positive direction, since you need to take positive. Okay? Finally, you will get negative sign. Okay? Finally, in the problems, you will get negative sign. That depends upon the situation. Is it clear? So, I will give one more problem for you. I'll give one more problem. Can I take out this problem?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, here. Now, observe the thing. The object is projected with some initial velocity. The object is projected some initial velocity. The object is projected some initial velocity. It reaches the h max. It reaches h max 20 meters. It reaches the h max how many meters? 20 meters. Got my point? And after reaching the 20 meters maximum height, and it will come downward direction also. It reaches the maximum height 20, okay, and it will come downward direction. This is the way. Reaches the maximum height, it will come downward direction. So my first question is, what is the initial velocity? Initial velocity of the object. What is the initial velocity of the object? What is the initial velocity of the object? So how many equations we have? So those 4 equations we have to apply. Tell me, what is the first equation? V is equal to U minus GT. Height is equal to UT minus half GT square. V square minus U square is equal to 2GH. Is it clear? Next thing is what? Hn is equal to U minus G by 2, 2n minus 1. Among the 4 equations, which equation is helping you to find the, yeah, very good, excellent. So the third equation of motion is helping you to find the initial velocity of the object. So how this third equation is helping you to find the initial velocity? You know, when you are throwing with some initial velocity, when it is reaching to the maximum height, what does the final velocity become?
0.
Very good, 0. So if I apply the same thing for here, 0 square is equal to 0 square minus u square is equal to 2 into, how much is the g value? 10 into h max, how much I given? 20. So simplify it. Actually g value is negative kada, minus 10 you can take. Minus u square is equal to minus 2 into 10 into 20. So minus gets cancelled. U square is equal to totally 400. Then u is equal to root 400. Can you tell me?
20.
So
20 meters per second.
very good. We have thrown the object with how much velocity? 20 meters per second. Similar way, time of ascent and time of descent. Find time of ascent, time of descent.
Yes.
And next, time of flight. 3 questions. Time of ascent, time of descent, time of flight.
Yes.
Yeah, find out. So, what is the formula for time of ascent?
Number G.
First, sir.
U by G kada. So, U value, what is the initial velocity of the object?
20, sir.
20 by, what is the G value?
10.
So 2 seconds. When time of ascent is 2 seconds, then what about time of descent?
2 seconds.
2 seconds. Very good. Then what is the time of flight?
4
4
seconds.
seconds.
Very good. 4 seconds. So this is the way we can find the answer. But my question is here, when it is at when it is at 3 after completion of one more question, after completion of 3 seconds, at what height is the object? This is my one more question. So you can take this question as a homework for today. We'll stop the session. After completion of 3 seconds, at what height is the object? Okay, this is your question. So you can take this as a homework for today. We'll stop the session.
Sir, for this, can we use second?
Yeah, you are good. Yeah, you are right. The hint is the second equation of motion. Yeah, you are right. Well done. Very good. You are doing well. So I'll stop the session for today. Can I take out? Can I stop the session?
Also, thank you.
Bye.
Thank you, sir.